All right, here is our video on how to make the 8-minute snowman picture holder out of a coat hanger. First of all, don't use a white coat hanger. They have coating on it that flakes off and makes jagged little edges that'll prick your fingers. So get a good old-fashioned uncoated hanger. You're going to make a clip up here, and you're going to make another clip on the other side about 1 plier end length, and that's going to be your picture holder. So make your cut a little bit shorter. That is your picture holder in the back of the snowman's head. This piece, we're going to start out by getting a little bit safe so we don't poke ourselves in the eye. Let's bend that down. We'll always bend it back. It's just a coat hanger. And we're going to turn this into about a 2.5-inch circle diameter. 2.5-inch diameter circle. Here we go. I'm going to take little calculated, I'm going to keep bending and working my way along the length, moving my pliers, little squeezes, little bends. I don't want to go too crazy on this thing. See how it starts out there? Let's straighten this thing out, give ourselves a little bit more working room. Let's finish off this 2-inch, 2.5-inch bend. Something about like that. It's not a perfect circle. I don't really care. I can work it with my hands a little bit later, fix it up the way I need it. All right. So, coming back up here, now we're going to start the head. So here we go. This is the back. It's going to come right up between his hat. So we're going to come about right here. Call about 1.25 inches, maybe an inch. Let's call it an inch. Bend that. Let's bend it again. Ready? And now we're going to clamp it down real good. Make it into almost like a clip. There we go. I can fix this later. It's just a coat hanger. But you end up with something like that. And that's where your picture is going to get held. Right against that little... You're not going to jab the edges of the picture. It'll be easy to slide it in and slide it out. All right. Now we've got to make the snowman's head. So I'm going to take this upright, bend it over to the side because I have to flare out for the head. I'm going to make a couple little bends because this is his head and turn that into a roundish type of a shape. Before I get too high, I'm going to start making his hat. That's where the picture is going to get held against the brim of his hat. So there's part of the brim. There's another part of the boink. And bend this guy up like that. It's not quite right. We're going to bend this thing with our hands back into the middle. And there is half of a snowman head. Let's finish off the top of his top hat. Make the other bend on the other side. It's kind of a tall top hat. All right. Let's finish off the other half of his head. Just going to grab it about right there. Make my bend. Make my bend. Whoop, got to straighten this guy out. I'm starting to run out of room. Let's finish straightening out our coat hanger. See, before I get too far, I'm going to make that last bend. And clamp this guy down real good. Well, in fact, I've got enough of a long piece to work with. I can just probably bend that by hand. Some of these bends can be a little bit hard, especially that one right there. All right, we're going to finish this one off now with the other half of his head. Doesn't have to be a perfect circle, because if it's not, it's just a coat hanger. I don't have to get upset about it. Hey, check this out. I haven't made my camera holder has been made out of a structure of coat hangers. There's one long coat hanger. I just made like a little holder thing here because I don't really quite have, I don't want to go out and buy a whole tripod for my iPhone. I'm just making a coat hanger snowman picture holder. I don't need to spend money. So let's finish this puppy off here. Whoop. Looks like I'm going to adjust one of the legs and get myself back into position here. All right. So this is kind of what we got right now. I'm going to bring that middle over here a little bit and try and get one more bend. Make it look a little bit more like a roundish head instead of a pointy head. Nobody likes pointy heads. All right. So now we're going to do his body. Twist this guy about like that. And I'm going to start working my way around again. I don't want to get it too big because I want to have enough left over that this guy stands up in the air and he's not sitting straight on the ground. So I'm going to go about that far. Make another bend. Up. A little bit more. Like that. Do. Just walking around. That's obviously too tight of a radius or diameter on that circle for the lower part of his body, so I'm going to just use my hands now to kind of straighten him out. He's kind of got a big head on him and a small body. That's okay. All right, so I'm going to finish this guy off now. A couple bend there and there. Then another bend about right there. And a couple more bends. Alright, looks like we're getting ready to finish this baby off. Whoop, it's a little too straight. I want more bend. So just straighten that little piece out. Take a couple little nibbles at it. There we go. I think I'm happy now with his body, and I'm just going to bend this guy from right here, bend it straight down. Like I said, some of these bends can be a little tough. Here's one of them as well. Oops. Oh, maybe I need to go back on the other side. I want to get a little bit of a sharper angle right in the middle there. Okay. Now, looking down at our base, you know what? I don't think I need a base quite that big. Maybe I can make it a little bit smaller. And about right there is where I'm going to make my next bend. I'm going to make another sharp angle bend type kind of a thing. I'm going to get that guy in there like that. Straighten it out. Let's see if we can get that bend a little bit crisper. All right. And then just going to straighten it out so it comes, whoops. That's easy for me to say and not do. I'm going to try and straighten it out so it comes right through the center of the circle. So I'm just going to use my hand to move the center of the circle. There it is. And then at the halfway point, doink, I'm going to make another hard bend, bring that guy up. And there is one finished snowman picture holder. And all you got to do is slide your picture in from behind and voila, you have a finished product. Merry Christmas, everybody!